like to thank Kanankil for inviting me to say a few words about ethics. Ethics are really our principles and our actions in our everyday lives. I think often as professionals we only think about professional ethics, but I think it's important to have congruence in both our professional and our personal ethics, or should I say between and among our personal and professional ethics. And then I also think it's important to think about where our ethics or our ideas about ethics come from, and how these often come from broad hierarchical knowledge systems which have created ideas about the way in which they think other people should live and relate with each other in what are called ethical ways or ethical manners that are often sort of taken top down and given to us on the bottom in the knowledge system, so to speak. And that we often inherit these codes of ethics and we begin to practice within them. They begin to become rules. They begin to become prescriptions for the ways in which we work. I think it's important for us to not just take our codes of ethics for granted and to operate from them in a very blind manner, but to really question them, to turn them inside out, upside down, and to look at how are they relevant to what we are doing with our clients. I also think it's important to keep in mind that codes of ethics are created by professionals, by people who are deemed to have knowledge, who are deemed to have expertise, and that often the client's voice is not present in the creation of codes of ethics. It's as if we think about, we do for, we say for the client in terms of ethics. I really think as citizens have the right to have a voice in their government, at least in most democracies, that it's important for clients to have a voice in our ethics and in our ways of being and becoming together with each other. That again, this is not something that's objective, that's out there, that's a reality, that's a fixed truth, but it's something that we participate in, that I often think of as a collaborative, dialogic way of doing and being ethical. Colleagues such as Lynn Hoffman talk about participating in ethics. Kurtz in South Africa talks about participatory ethics. Susan Swim in California in the United States talks about process ethics. They're all talking about bringing in the voice, the perspective of the people that we work with. So I'm speaking from a set of assumptions that I have about language and knowledge as being generative and relational, and of things in our world, including our ideas, our perspectives, the way we see, the way we hear, of being constructed and created communally. Often people have a criticism, or I think a misunderstanding of postmodernism as meaning relativism, that anything goes. So I just want to make it clear that I'm not talking about ethics as anything goes, but rather ethics as something that we do together and we do not take on blindly, but we continually question, step back, pause, and reflect on what it is that we value, why we value it, and how that informs how we are in our relationships with people in our professional, our collegial, our client, and in our personal lives. Thank you.